Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Nicole. Guys, this is going to be your weekend reading for April 19th through the 21st. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross-watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. As always, discern the messages, right? So I have another video that, I don't even know why I want to say this, that I want to put out. I'm hoping tomorrow morning, crossing my fingers. I would like to get that out to you tomorrow. But I was kind of torn whether or not to do the weekend energies now or something else. I don't know how to explain it, but I've got all this intuitive, like I said with Scorpio the other day, all this intuitive stuff is coming in, and you know, I'm going to blame it on the fact that we've got a Scorpio full moon coming. That is what I am. Everything is coming to the surface, right? That's what full moons do. So quickly, I'm going to talk about what is happening in the astrology here, guys. We've got the pink full moon happening on the 23rd, right? I got some notes because if not, I'll forget. The 23rd, which is going to be Tuesday. I was thinking it was Monday. It's actually Tuesday. That full moon is in Scorpio. We've got the axis of Taurus and Scorpio. It's complete and opposite sign, right? We've got the sun now in Taurus. So happy birthday to my Tauruses out there, which just moved into that today, right? So Taurus season is here. Adios to Aries season. that was a little much, right? We've got Mercury retrograde ending on the 25th. I kept thinking it was the 29th. It's the 25th that Mercury is going to go direct, and we will be in the post-shadow phase finally of the nonsense in communication and technology and the way we hear and exchange information, which will be a nice change from where we have been throughout the eclipse. We've also got, you know, we're still operating under that energy of the Jupiter and Uranus conjunction as well. But as we move into this Scorpio full moon, guys, it's going to be about our personal transformation and our growth significantly here. You know, I'm going to say this to you, anybody born under the 4 degrees of Taurus, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, you're going to be heavily affected by this. This is going to pertain to our shared sense of resources. It's about refining our emotional intensity to everything around us, our values. I mean, Scorpio, when you think about Scorpios, they handle the sexuality, the enmeshment, the power, the death, the dark, the light. They are really a mixed bag of energy. You don't really know what you're going to get with a Scorpio, mood pending. I don't know that there's any other way to describe that. And regardless, I will say this in a reminder to you, and this is something I've talked about at the full moon events that I hold locally. It does not matter what sign you are. There will be some signs that are less impacted by full moons versus those that are, you know, more heavily impacted, right? There's going to be some difference there for certain signs based upon many different criteria, we'll call it. But I will say to you that if you're not familiar with the deeper parts of it, to acknowledge the fact that whatever sign the moon is sitting in, you're really going to want to pay attention to that, because how does that sign operate? What do they deal with every day in their life? What is their personality? You know, what drives them? What makes them go? What's the pros and cons of that sign? Because we all have them. So you're going to want to take a look at Scorpio. Scorpio can be manipulating. Scorpio can be brutally honest. There's a lot of different, and I say that in there, you know, talking about Mercury retrograde, right? We're having this right now. Again, Taurus, practicality, Scorpio, the emotions. We've got stuff happening with Venus. We've got stuff happening with Chiron. We've got all of this fixed energy. And remember, Scorpio and Taurus are fixed signs. There's a lot really happening right now, and then where you've maybe not had to deal with your emotions so much, Scorpio is going to bring that in for you. It's water energy. The deepest, most unprocessed parts of our pain are going to come to the surface during this time period. So be aware that if you're feeling this emotional energy, and maybe you're an air sign, you're a fire sign, you know, you're an earth sign, all of a sudden this emotion is coming to the surface. It's for good reason. I just seen 444 on the clock. This is also with Taurus too, the opposite end of the spectrum, the equal and opposing opposite. Finances. how our relationship to money, because we are in Taurus season, right? Our relationship with money, how we move through certain things as well, our stability, our familiarity to all of the things in our lives, our comforts, our home. This is about all of those areas and the growth and transformation that Scorpio uses to make that change. So you could be feeling you need to make a change right now. I think that your relationships, your partnerships, the way you view other people could be really highlighted at this time as well, because Scorpio looks at the emotional depths. They don't look at the surface. So you yourself could be diving far more deeply into things than you typically would on the emotional level. You could feel very watery emotionally, you know, like however that resonates for you. But if you're finding that maybe even for some of you, it could be a little bit of nostalgia, could be things coming up from the past, again, that unprocessed pain, but with it is coming the emotion of Scorpio. So if your emotions are feeling intense this weekend, don't be surprised, because it's either going to highlight I honestly feel intuitively it's going to highlight the positives of what it is that you've been longing for, and also highlight maybe an idea of lack. And they're actually showing me the Five of Cups. And I won't even call it regret. It's just a sadness that goes, what I lived without. I'm going to say, and I just said this to somebody, and it was just a natural response for me when they said something. I said, I've learned what I've needed by what I never got. I learned what I needed by what I never got. So if you're dealing with something new that seems promising to you versus what you've dealt with in the past, regardless of what sign you are, give it the time, space, and acknowledgement, because in that there is unprocessed pain for all of you. Doesn't matter who you are. So, but I would say Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, be very aware. And those 4 signs are the 4 fixed signs in the zodiac. We really fight those changes. So let go of your resistance during this time period to the best of your ability. Acknowledge things for what they are. Give them grace, give them love, give them acceptance. Most of all, Spirit is saying, give forgiveness. It is okay to acknowledge pain, hurt, and anything that lingers beneath the surface, because once you pull that out, you pull that up, you pull that gunk, you're creating space for new abundant opportunities. And they're showing me Reiki as well. So, you know, get that shit pulled out of your heart chakra and open yourself up. Root, heart, solar plexus, they're saying. Which I think is funny, but I'm going to add this too. Sacral. Scorpio rules the sacral chakra, and Taurus rules the heart chakra. So those are 2 chakras I'd really be working on at this time, definitely. But they're also saying that solar plexus, because it's going to give you confidence to move on, move forward. That root, that stability, that practicality, that safety, security, and comforts of the root in which we are grounded in. So be very mindful of that. So there's my spiel for that. Guys, thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing to the channel. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Personal reads are open and available. That information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. So we're going to jump into your weekend read. Again, it's going to be April 19th through the 21st. Sun, Moon, Rising in your Venus. Cross watchers, I gave you my spiel. I think I'm actually going to go once again with the Sacred Geometry deck. Mercury hasn't left retrograde yet. And just kind of get an overall feel for the energy, and then pull a couple of cards for each sign. I'm going to keep it pretty simple for the weekend. And we'll just go with that. So let's see. Consciousness. They're telling me actually to get an overall for everybody. So what's the overall energy for the weekend? I've been getting so many messages from Spirit. Gaia, Earth. Mother Earth, right? I'm going to read this to you. 28, which is a 10. This is a completion. It's a closure. That's what the full moon does. It is the end of this 2-week cycle. It is an end, side note, not just of this last 2 weeks from the new moon, but when you go back to Scorpio season, when we had the new moon in Scorpio, it's a culmination of the last 6 months at hand. Think about where you were during that time and what is now closing out for you as you begin this new chapter in this specific area of your life. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. Collective consciousness, collective awareness, the collective work for the good of all, guys, and synergy. 5, that change and transformation energy coming alive. And I think it's interesting too. I said about the 5 of Cups, there's a 5, right? There's that sorrow. There's that sadness of leaving the past behind us. There are things that are really trying to close out for us right now under this emotional energy. We dealt with Aries, that fire, that aggression, the anger. You think about it when, you know, typically on a psychological level, we can call it, and I'm no psychologist, but, you know, history speaks for itself. You know, we have to go through these phases of progression to heal the inner self when it comes to situations. Once we start to realize that we've had this experience and now we have to process that experience. Depending on the situation, if there's been splits, there's been changes in jobs, there's been people, there's been whatever it is, we tend to step into some kind of anger before we're able to process the emotion of it. For some signs, I think I'm going to sneeze. That's confirmation. Excuse me. I knew it. Anyhow, we step through these periods of anger and frustration, which then can lead for some people to use that pain as power, that anger to go tell me no and watch me, right? That kind of energy that comes in with that. So to me, that's kind of what I'm getting from this too, is even though we're leaving Aries season, we're going into Taurus, we're seeking stability and comforts, financial resources, all of those things. And then you add Scorpio into the mix of this, which is bringing that emotion, moving past that anger. And it can be too, Spirit is saying, not only are we looking at the negative, and you don't say negatively, the anger, the frustration, because it's something that we need to feel and process, but also the actions that you took during Aries season that felt right to you. So it's like understanding the duality and the contrast in the two of them, that what actions have you taken in the past that have now brought you to this place of abundance? What actions and stuff have you taken that maybe you've had to disconnect from, and now you're dealing with processing those emotions at this time too. So there's a lot that I'm feeling coming through with this for you all. And again, it doesn't matter what sign you are, but I will say energetically to me, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, you're probably going to feel this the heaviest, especially Taurus and Scorpio. All right, so let's jump in. I'm actually going to leave that Gaia card out, they're telling me, which is odd, but we're going to leave it out. All right, Aries, let's get you going here. 12, 40. All right, Aries, what do you need to know April 19th through the 21st? Change, Aries, change. There it is. Root chakra. Oh, you can't make it up if you wanted to. I swear to goodness. This change for you, Aries, is a dynamic of more than just yourself. I feel like for some of you, this is just going to kind of play out in your partnership area. I do feel like there's something that's kind of, and I think I said this for maybe Capricorn or Virgo yesterday, bringing you back down to a place of earth. It's also teaching you right now to incorporate the mind, the body, the spirit. Because what I do feel about this energy for you this weekend, Aries, is that there's something around that key point of stability for you that is going to be highlighted through this full moon. You may feel like you're a tripod. And it's like, yeah, things could be fairly evenly distributed in the sense of weight, but in the same breath, there is a need to have 4 firm foundations beneath you, whether this is home, work, whatever, right? You guys know, put it where it fits. But this is about that. And it's kind of like you trying to figure out what that last leg is for you during this time and how that evolves. And there's a lot of passion with that fire energy. There's a lot of that, tons of red here. You may feel like you are constrained by certain things, that you feel boxed in by maybe a certain way of living, a certain way of doing, habits, patterns, routines. Your structures really are looking to be changed here, Aries. So be aware of that being like an overall energy for you at this time. Now, let's see what else comes up in the cards. Who, what, when, where, what is Aries dealing with this weekend? What do they need to know, Spirit? The they're saying against the grain. Divine pairing, Aries. King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and the Queen of Cups. Divine pairing there. If you recently left something, ooh, Aries, there's a lot coming in. Holy smokes. You could be looking at somebody like you want to give them love. Like it's almost kind of like a retreat, like going back into something in a sense. But I also feel for you, that was not meant for you. There was a reason things changed up. There was a reason things got adjustments that you weren't anticipating, but Spirit is saying that you may think were not required, but they were. There's something around, and talking about that emotion, there it is, Aries. So you could be really feeling the impact this weekend. Two of Cups, Aries, you can have new love coming in, like a change of mind, a change of pace, I think, for a lot of you, Hangman and the Magician. Look, there's two sets of Aries that I'm looking at here, and this, again, could be relationship, it could be job, it could be family, it can be whatever it is, but there's an emotional aspect to this for you, and you're hanging on to something here. You know, for some of you, it's like, when I look at that Magician, that's manipulation, right? It's always energy manipulation, whether it's in the good or the bad. The Hangman, it's almost like wishing you had done something differently, said something differently, emotionally opened up to something, because now you're having a different perspective. But the perspective is, I don't want to let this go because you're feeling like you're lacking it. The Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Cups. And what's behind there? I talked about those four foundations. The Four of Wands. Some of you Aries, and Aries, if this isn't you, this could be somebody else that you're dealing with, really wanting to kind of come back because I think that you thought that there was some kind of great abundance in a particular situation. Not saying that there wasn't, but what I'm saying to you is it almost feels a missed opportunity because you're holding on to something very specific. Now, for others of you, what I will say to you is that, how do I want to put this? This tends to come out in a much lighter note, that this holding on is kind of like you giving somebody the space and time, like you're seeing it from their level, and you're very supportive of that level. The Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. I think you were dealing with a lot of confusion around, or some of you could still be dealing with, look, the Two of Cups came out, Two of Cups again, right there on the bottom. This is a very small part of this. I'm so sorry, something came through and I'm just like, oh, wait a second, threw me off. For those of you that are kind of giving grace to somebody, I do think as long as you don't try to control and implement how they do things, it will work out for everybody's benefit. Now, for those of you, again, going back to the past, looking at this, you may not have had a clear understanding of how this person works emotionally, Aries. And for you, you're a fire sign, right? Not saying you have no water in your chart or you're not emotionally in tuned or in touch, but it's like it's like a plotting energy, and is whether it's getting in good graces, if it's, understanding your own emotions, and Seven of Pentacles, trying to plant some new seeds there. But what I will say is, I talk about that anger, that aggression, that red, passionate energy. You look at the bowls on this Seven of Cups. There's one red bowl. And Spirit is saying, maybe you let that one thing shine through, and it's like, that's the one part of me, that intensity, right, that I need to find a healthier way to address. Where can I go back to planting some new seeds here, work through it, and master those emotions that are coming through, where I really need to think about this. I need to get some clear direction on this. So I will say, somebody could have said something to you. Somebody else could have had communication with you, two Aries, at some point, and said, these are the things that I see. And maybe at that time, that Hangman, you weren't willing to see it in another perspective. Something is happening here, Aries, and I think it's the emotions with Scorpio Moon coming in and asking you to take a stronger look at this this weekend. But you could be kind of wanting to reconnect with someone or something, because there is an emotional pinpoint that happens with this person's energy for you. So just be mindful of that as we move through the weekend. Taurus. Happy birthday, Taurus. All of my Tauruses out there. I hope, you know what, I grabbed that Gaia card. I'm going to put it back and see what goes on. Taurus, I hope you guys are doing well. Happy birthday to you. Just getting started off in your season as a Scorpio. I enjoy the Taurus version. You know, it's a nice change of pace for myself. Magic tried to come out. 31 and 30 could be important numbers to you. Some of you could be turning 31 or 30. Let's see, Taurus. What does Taurus need to know? April 19th, Holy Toledo, through the 20th. Empowerment, Taurus. Heck yeah. Emergence. Earth coming out sideways. Taurus having to mix emotions and practicality. Oh, shit. I'm going to say this to you, and it's funny, in 24 and 25, 26, 24, 25, 26, think about the decisions in a specific time, or, okay, let me rephrase. The ages of 24, 25, 26, Taurus, as you're going through your solar return, these messages are loud, I love it, 30 and 31, look back if you're older than that, or if you're not yet at that age. These are pivotal or were pivotal moments for you somehow. Something about this is taking you back to those time frames, those numbers. I would even say for some of you, maybe you have children this age. Pay attention to that. Is there, Spirit just said, repeat cycles happening here with this? This earth is like trying to push forward. It's kind of like, you know, healing those generational curses, realizing where we've gone wrong, and using that pain as empowerment to emerge into something more stable. But Taurus, you're coming out sideways with this Earth card. I will also say to you, just last night, as a matter of fact, I'm going to throw this out there. I had a dream, okay? Very, very, the dreams I have are not human normal. Don't know how else to explain that. They're not human normal. But it had to do with the Taurus. And I'm going to say this to you. That energy from that dream was very deceptive. There's a reason these things come up. Where have you been running? Where have you been hiding? Because I think that's the key here to this Earth card coming out sideways. This 6, you could also have karmic soul ties, soul lessons to something. Have you fully learned them in totality here? Have you really learned those cycles? Because I feel like you, at some point, Taurus, you've repeated a cycle with something or someone, crown chakra. You could be, listen, you could be having telepathic communication with someone. Realization, they're realizing something was really fucked. Okay? Very interesting energy there. Pay attention to your dreams right now, Taurus. All right, Spirit, for Taurus, what do they need to know this weekend? What does Taurus need to know this weekend? 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords, the Fool. 7 of Cups, again, there's that emotional confusion. Taurus, there you are. Aquarius energy, the Star. 7 of Swords, deception. 7 of Pentacles. I'm not a fan of the 7 of Pentacles because he is stagnant. He is waiting for what he's done to do something, and he's impatiently waiting, right? It's like, well, I don't see growth and movement, so I'm just going to stand here and do what? You're hiding yourself away from something here, Taurus. You're not speaking a truth, making a truth, doing a truth, whatever that truth is to you, as you're hanging on to an idea of what would be very healing and balancing for you with the Star. What your ultimate, wish fulfillment is, what it is that it would be. Like, it's almost like a little bit of fantasy, I would call it too, with the Star. It's wishing on a star, having hope, faith into something. This is you. This is you. This Hierophant Taurus is 110% you in this reading. 7 of Cups. You not acting, speaking, doing, changing, resolving is causing you a lot of emotional confusion over this weekend and throughout this full moon. 10 of Swords. That 10 of Swords, Taurus, is like you doing it to yourself. And the Six of Swords is like, okay, I've lived in this pain long enough. I really want to get on with my life and take this new journey, this new discovery. Yes, do that. Do that. However, you're still taking, and the sixes are very heavy. So I'm going to tell you the same thing I just told Aries. Nostalgia, old times, childhood wounds, all of that stuff, soulmate energy. If you think that they're going to come back with open arms, or there's some delusion or illusion to that, no. Like, things could never go back to the way they were, whatever that means. And you're still carrying 6 swords out of 10 with you. You're going, whatever this is tied to the heart space, Taurus, there's always going to be a part of this soul tie that is carried forward with you. And instead of using that as a way to look at the next situations, whether it's work or relationships, going, this is the way it's always going to be, carry the lessons that you've learned from that and then start anew. Don't carry the burdens of that to start this new cycle that you're moving into through your solar return. Okay, that's very, very important for you. Justice, Libra, trying to balance it out, right? Taurus, the Devil card. Forever and always that damn Devil card with you guys. Swear to goodness. You could be obsessing over this right now. I don't feel like you're constrained by it, but obsessing over it. Like, I feel like you're going on about your day, doing your thing, but you're not letting go either. Justice, the King of Swords. Taurus, I've seen this for you guys for the past year. It has been a year, easily. Always wanting to go back to rectify a situation. Forgiveness, I'm sorry's, I love yous, ho'oponopono across the board. Whatever the hell this is. If this has sat with you for this long, it is time to take care of it. Why do you keep putting it off? Because the one thing you're holding on to is the pain, the confusion that comes with this. I've said it before, Taurus, and I'm going to say it again. Write a letter. Send that text message. Make that call. Say what you got to say. That has been the theme of this whole eclipse period for me when I've seen these cards. Everybody withholding the truth. Everybody withholding an emotion. Everybody withholding this information. Say it. Now, what I will say to you is this. Do not tie an expectation to the receptivity and or reaction and or response to whatever this is. Because if you do, you're going to get your feelings hurt. I do think that there is probably love. Oh, there's the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Swords. I do think there's a mutual understanding. I do think that Three of Cups, there's a mutual love. But I also think that somebody has made a choice to finally really move on in life the way that they needed to. And, it might be 10 of Cups. You can, seven of seeds. Oh my God. 7 of Pentacles. Something comes up short here. And I think it's got to do with the timing. It's Taurus, you snooze, you lose. I don't know there's any other way to describe it. You snooze, you lose. This is coming to an end, but I also will say this to you. In order for new love to begin, the Magician, the Three of Swords, the Ace of Cups. This is going to bring a last bit of healing that you need to move on from this particular situation. And it's necessary. It is necessary. Just know that you're doing it for yourself. You're not necessarily doing it for the other person. But Do not tie an expectation. Like if you're sitting there in the shower or driving down the road and you're going, I'm going to say this and they're going to say this and we're going to hug and life is going to be grandiose. Don't do it. Go in there with a clear mind and say, okay, this is what I have to say. Here's my truth. And if they want to and are mature enough to express their truth, great. And if they aren't, leave it alone. You said what you had to say. Okay? That was long. All right. Gemini, I hope you guys are doing well. Energies, April 19th through the 21st. Oh my God, half the deck's coming out. Throat chakra, heart chakra, and my throat is burning right now. It just started burning. Pay attention to the right side of your throat and face. You might have some inflammation in there this weekend, allergies or something. Delight coming out in the reverse, divine feminine in the upright. Masculine Geminis. I feel like your divine feminine has pissed you off. Not going to lie. Like, they are really in a space right now that they are going after, and probably somewhat aggressively, to what they want. And it's like they're beautiful, and they may, at the surface, be very put together. But underneath the surface, they're not happy with something you said, did. I don't know. It's like they're questioning. Somebody's questioning. You're questioning. I don't know. Somebody's questioning something here. It may have been so long for that person that they have been in maybe a sense of unhappiness, Gemini, that now that they feel good, you might feel a little left out in some way, okay? Queen of Pentacles. A lot of feminine energy on this read, Gemini. I feel like you're kind of sitting on the sidelines watching something happen. 10 of Cups. You may feel like somebody is being selfish or is only worried about them or what they're doing. It's kind of like nose down, very strictly focused on maybe building material assets, stability, security. But listen, the Sun and the 10 of Pentacles here, Gemini, they're not doing it just for their self. Their focus for the moment may be on self. Look at 4 of Wands. You don't get the 4 of Wands on your own. You don't get the 10 of Pentacles on, I mean, you can build your 10 of Pentacles, but you're incorporating everybody as a whole. So, Gemini, if this isn't you and you're dealing with somebody like this, or vice versa, right, cross-watcher, this energy is, it's like, think of it from this perspective. This is going to be the easiest way I can sum this up for you. We'll use love as the example as always. Your person goes out and is working on themselves and their stability and their security and their heart and all the things that make them them, that makes them happy, that just they immerse themselves in. And you go out and you work on you and you do all of those things for you, and you come together with both of you having your shit together, period. It is a divine fucking connection that leads to the happiest fucking cards in the deck. The 4 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, the Sun, the 10 of Pentacles. This work that this person is doing might feel like it's alone, but it's work that is necessary for the happiness and the stability of everybody involved. This is selfless, self-loving, devoted energy to everything they have committed themselves to. Do not take that away from them. And if this is you, by Lord, Gemini, keep on going. This is gorgeous. Just don't downplay what it is that you're doing. Because it's taken, whether this is you or someone you're dealing with, it's taken them a really long time to get to that place. And once they get there, by God, treat them like a baby bird in your hand and love them, nurture them, and give them the space to breathe, because they're not going anywhere. This isn't going to change. They just need that sense of self to help them move forward. So Gemini, if that is you and you're discovering that sense of self at this time, breathe it in. Breathe it in. Cancer. All right. Cancer, what do y'all got going on this weekend? April 19th through the 21st. Synergy and passion. Merkaba. Hold on. So 5, 5, 7. All right, let's see. To see our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality dimensions and activities. Cancer. Never seen before functions. You, this weekend, and I love this for you, you're like reaching out to the ethers. Like, oh, there's this spirit guide. Oh, there's this angel. Oh, hello, spirit. Hi, Tom, Bob, and Joy over here. You could be naming your fairies, your spirits, your guides. Like, all of a sudden, this ethereal connection is coming in this weekend for you, Cancer. And you are integrating, you're pulling it all together. You're finding a creative passion and outlet for yourself that is going to inspire you, light you up, bring you into a stronger connection of the divine. I don't care if you are cleaning your house. I don't care if you are polishing your car. I don't care if you're doing the laundry. Whatever this is, there is something behind that that says this is the direction in which you are supposed to move. I could easily say it's time. I don't know how to put this. You build up to things. It becomes time to do these things. You're just gonna know in that place and time, in your gut, you know exactly what you need to do. It's divine connection to spirit. It is looking to sacred geometry too, I would say to you. That Merkaba is very important for you this weekend. All right, energy for Cancer this weekend, Spirit. What is the energy for Cancer this weekend? Energy for Cancer this weekend. Ten of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Goodbye to every bit of fuckery that has ever happened. New opportunities are at hand here. Done. It's self-defeating to me, Cancer. Whatever it is that has been difficult is almost like you've blamed yourself for it for some time. Ten of Pentacles, Page of Swords, communicating about that information. You are becoming the student again. Ten of Pentacles, you have secured certain spaces in your life that make you feel good. Now you're ready to add to it. Maybe you're dealing with a Gemini. Page of Swords, Six of Wands, the Emperor, Aries energy. I think Aries energy, Aquarius through Aries energy became the point in time where I feel like there was a lot of shifts taking place for you, Cancer. And now that this fuckery of Aries season is coming to a close, or at least lightening up, you feel like you have more direction. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords, there's your truth. You know and acknowledge where it is that you're heading. The Fool, the Four of Swords. You're healing through this. This is divine freaking healing. Knight of Pentacles. It made that time period from January till now could have felt just so slow. But you're working into your star. You're taking what you need for you, leaving a situation. You're leaving this longing behind of always kind of waiting in the wings of seeing what could be out there, what might be out there. You're finally getting ready to take a leap with this Fool that says, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to trust that the universal net of life guidance and the flower of life is going to catch me, and it's all going to be okay. So I'm going to continue on my journey now. Something very healing about this for you, Cancer. I'm super excited. Fantastic. Ooh, that just felt... Cancer, the last couple readings you've had have been very lovely. I love this. Some of you could be traveling too this weekend. I don't feel like it's like a long distance, like, oh, we're in New York and we're going to go to California. It could be locally. It could be forestry or something like that. I don't know what that's about. It may be a half hour, 45 minutes. It's not super far, but it's a nice little comfortable travel that maybe in the car you can clear your mind kind of thing. Okay? Leo. All right. Leo. What is going on for Leo this weekend? Synergy 2. I just shuffled these cards, did I not? Merkaba, the throat chakra. Leo, 41. It's a 5. The 5 is a 5. The 32 is a 5. 11, belief, 5, 5, 5, and 11s. That's pretty clear. Spirit is saying aligning to a truth. You're combining information, resources, spirit, and a little bit of emotion to start to speak your self-expressionary inner peace. There's something about peace that's coming in with this. Okay, so pyramids, right, in geometric, I wanted to say astrology, geometric, I don't know what word I'm looking for here, guys, sorry. Pyramids are, they channel energy upward through the peak, right? Leo, I feel like below, you're stable. You might be channeling energy up to spirit. But the midway point, the alignment within the chakras, root, sacral, solar plexus. Bottom 3, external energy. Top 3, throat, crown, or throat, third eye, crown. Top 3, internal. The bridge, the thing that bridges them together, is the heart space. And Spirit said, you're bringing in a little bit of emotional energy. There's like a little bit of hope, but you're trying to control your emotions. For what? Feel your emotions, Leo. And here we go. You guys are one of the signs that are going to be affected by this. Oh my gosh, the Ten of Swords again, the Page of Cups. There's that little itty bitty bit of emotions. They're just this big, but they're there. Leo, you hold yourself back so much when it comes to your, it's like, whether you're overthinking it, overanalyzing it, afraid of it, it's fear. It's like you fear monger yourself better than anybody else could ever do it. It's like being self-critical, right? You know, we critique ourselves. We are our own worst critic. Leo, you just nitpick at some points in the overthinking department. Self-obsess over all the things that could go wrong instead of what could go right. Why? Why are you the way you are, Leo? Knight of Wands, like they're, bless you, with Scorpio energy, 5 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. Leo, I'm going to say this to you guys, like on a serious note here. You really want to rush into something, right? Like obviously that Knight of Wands, he goes rushing in. And P.S. pyramids. Look up the significance, that like the deeper meaning of the pyramids, because we know there's a lot more to it than that. There's 3 pyramids on this card, and I'm seeing this Merkaba as a pyramid as well. So definitely Google it, look it up, find a good resource to do some investigating on that. You guys may feel like whoever or whatever you're connecting to, whether it's a job or a person or learning something new, but whatever this is you've got some emotional heart space for this. It's not super big. It's this big, right? You feel like you're not good enough for it. And you get amped up about it, and then you go to take off, and then you hit the brakes. And you're like, was I reckless the first time around? Did I start to get into something that I can't handle? And then you get down on yourself. And it's like, what would the Queen of Pentacles want with the 5 of Cups? 7 of Cups behind that, more emotional confusion. What would she want with me? What would he want with me? What would they want with me? I'm not good enough. And then you feel bad because you didn't say or do. What the hell were you waiting for? If you want something, light the fire under your ass in this Knight of Wands. Don't get careless, don't get reckless, but go after it. You know, you can manifest and you can talk to spirit and your guides all you want to. You're like, oh, let's say it's a relationship kind of situation. You've planted your foundations. You've got a good grasp on your security, your stability, your confidence to a point, Leo. Your desire, right? You're connected with spirit. You're going, hey, you know, I want to manifest this, and this would be wonderful, and this is what I'm thinking about. But you're not bringing love into the equation. Where's the love, Leo? Where's the love? Eight of Wands. You're trying to rush through this. You're trying to get there. You want to get there. There's a lot of passion, a lot of determination behind this in this communication. And there we go. It's like you walk off. Seven of Wands. Oh, never mind. Here's my boundaries again. I'm just gonna go. See you later. I don't see this Knight of Pentacles as slow-moving energy. I see the Knight of Pentacles as abandoning ship with the Seven of Wands. Never mind. And you just let them walk right on by. You just let them keep on going. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. So it's like, I just don't feel like you're seeing yourself as an equal or not good enough for a particular situation. And Leo, you've got to have self-belief. You've got to decide that, yes, I am worthy and deserving of love, that job, that move, that vehicle, that, I don't know, the day trip to the spa. Whatever you're doing. You have to believe. Oh, and P.S., there's that belief card again that was underlying. You have to believe that you're worthy of it. You get to make that decision. There's passion, sacral chakra. Like, you have, Scorpio energy again. Cancer also. You have to believe. That's going to be your focus this weekend, is understanding your self-worth, because you are worthy of. Believe that. All right, Virgo. 46, 15. All right, Virgo. Please let this be a better reading than I have seen for you guys. Holy Toledo. Virgo, April 19th through the 21st. What does the star sign of Virgo need to know? Gaia and authority. Virgo, I heard if I can't leave here, I don't know what I'm going to do. If that doesn't fall in alignment with all the other stuff. Okay. Virgo. Integration. Coming out in the reverse. The Earth card. Universal love, communication. Lots of fours, Virgo. Lots and lots of fours. What I'm going to say to you is, I really do feel like this is a continuation. The saga continues of the other two readings I've done. You're having this emotional epiphany that you can love something, but you also know that unconditional love means letting go sometimes. And Spirit just said you're a teacher of that. I'm going to tell you on a personal note that strikes the chords, making me teary-eyed. Give me a second here. Anyhow, the numbers 10 and 7 could be very important. And also the number 17. Virgo, this whole thing that I've watched you guys deal with lately, it's fucking hard. I don't know how you've done it. Kudos to you. But I do think that you're going into a situation and you are speaking love and you mean it with every fiber of your being. And you may have guides coming in that are supporting you and loving you, seeing you through something right now, pushing you on your way elsewhere. This integration coming out in the reverse, I'm going to be honest with you, feels like a blessing to me for you. Because it's a realization, as that card sits right there, you can't do this anymore. It's a hard emotional reality check. And I kind of feel like you felt like if you abandoned this, that you should have done more, could have done more, whatever. But something's happening that says, I can love you now. I've loved you throughout this. But I also love me. And my unconditional love for you doesn't die because I walk away. It just means I've learned my lesson. powerful fucking message in that. That's big. Talk about growth. Talk about awareness. That's a big deal. It's time, Virgo. It's time. Holy mother. Woo, goodness. All right. What else for Virgo this weekend? The Tower. That epiphany, that aha, that realization. New happiness is on the horizon. Four of Wands. Your foundations, your stability, your security. Aries, Scorpio energy here. Page of Wands. New opportunity, new growth. The Empress. Love. An opportunity comes in once you leave that stagnant period. You've been in that stagnant period. Something here, Virgo. And I'm going to say to you, it's not a minuscule thing. Whatever this Ace of Pentacles is for you, it could have been a conversation. It could have been a quote, a song, birds, whatever that means. There's like an aha moment. There is this one little thing that translates to be this massive Ace of Pentacles. This massive new growth. The potential of love, security, stability, continued unconditional love that you now know that you deserve. You can give your unconditional love, but are you getting it in return? This is bringing it back around to you. Libra and Taurus, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio. You're done holding on to the lacking. If you've been giving and doing and trying to save somebody, Virgo, tell you a secret, save yourself. And when you learn what unconditional love is and what it is to give it versus what it is to receive it and what it feels like when you don't get it, you know what you need to do. Powerful. Probably, for as much as Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus are being impacted by this sun sign-wise, but, you know, take a look at all your placements. Virgo, this is a massive lesson on soul growth. And I'm going to tell you this lesson has a ripple effect on other people. You may be a part. Virgo, I'm going to be straight with you. The way I feel about this is if you're a Virgo, sun or moon, you are guiding somebody else. You've taken them exactly to where you could take them to. And it's time for you to move on, and it's time for them to move on. I feel that in the pit of my stomach. It's a big deal. You are guiding somebody somewhere that they've never been before. But that journey does not include you. You're meant for other things. Golly, your readings have just hit me like a ton of fucking bricks. I mean, you see this. My eyes got teary-eyed. I'm having a hard time controlling my own emotions with this. Wow. Too many. What else? Let's clarify this tower for Virgo, please, Spirit. What is this tower? I mean, I know what this tower is, but what is this tower? Five of Swords. Five of Swords, Five of Cups, or the Five of Pentacles. Where they've held themselves back, you bringing in this aha moment changes everything for everybody. The Star and the Tower come out together with the Four of Wands. This is healing. This is healing on a whole other fucking level. In ways you never could have imagined. This is, and once again, there's that Ace of Pentacles. The Moon, you never saw it coming. You never saw it coming. And to me, I always see this Nine of Pentacles and I see her white dress. And yeah, she's beautiful, she's abundant, she's all of those things, right? That's the traditional, but I'm not reading it traditionally. I'm reading it intuitively. It's like a nurse that comes to your side and aids you in your time of need. Virgo, you've become, or cross-watcher, you've become that person's aid in their time of need. When they didn't even know they needed it. That's some powerful shit right there. Holy mother. Whew. Virgo, I'm leaving it there. I'm going to make a part 2, Libra through Pisces. This, guys, if these readings helped you, like, share, subscribe, comment. I'm sending you all a ton of love. Personal reads are open and available. This is part 1. Part 2 will come out hopefully here momentarily. So that way the upload speeds are a little faster. Guys, I'm sending you a ton of love. Enjoy your weekend. Take care. Stay safe. Mwah. See you soon.